kicker ready to get this one started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on the game's first play and a quick first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. Frank Clark, credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. To try again after the sack. Jackson, catch is made by Marquise Brown, and he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 44-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
First down.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do. He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Now a shot downfield on the opening play is complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 54 yards. And the Chiefs are going to take a first-quarter lead. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC.
Makes the score Chiefs 7, Ravens nothing. Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will make it into the end zone. And Thomas just going to hold on to this one. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
3-yard gain on the play.
They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. Flushed out right. He may try and run for this. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action now. Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And some space here. And he's into the clear. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. And this defense looking like they have come to play. The pick six, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visits. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. David. And they will finally catch him, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 70 yards. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Flush to his right.
8-yard line.
And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try to run with Dobbins. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. Only a yard that time, so now a decision to be made here on 4th and goal.
4th and goal from the 2.
And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Ravens draw a bit closer. Well, that was all Lamar Jackson all the time on that drive, both through the air and in the end with the touchdown run.
Yeah, how about him doing things a little bit on the reverse side there, Brandon, because he softened him up throwing the football and opened up the running lanes. And when he gets a little bit of a sliver, he's gone. And that's exactly what he did there.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They go play fake. Mahomes. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Ravens 7.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Man open left side, it's Williams. And down he'll go at the 25. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a 1st down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about, and you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent, and that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. Now this is going to work out well as it's out of bounds near the 13-yard line.
At their own 13-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football. It got his man complete. He's at the 40. Past the 20.
Right down their throat.
And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 94 yards. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. Well, they were back in the shadows of their own goalpost, and that flipped quickly.
So much for playing it safe. I mean, the conservative, easy call, run the football, take care of it, create some space, pump the ball away, but no, let's throw it. And sometimes a defense's aggressiveness is used against them because when you've got people backed up, your natural inclination is to try and really force them back, and sometimes they get burned that way.
And they got burned there. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Still going inside the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Kansas City. That's going to be a 103-yard kickoff return. What a run. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And his kick is good.
Makes the score Chiefs 21, Ravens.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Dobbins running out of the gun. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter.
And the Chiefs are going to get him. Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis. And he's going to go down again. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. They're going to try and throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they finally get him, but not before he reaches the 33-yard line. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Give them maybe a yard, quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. This is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in the game.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Here we go on 4th down with Jackson. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And this is going to be incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position.
Is a turnover on down.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Travis Kelce, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended target. But it'll be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Working from the gun, Mahomes taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he's got Hardman in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. Nicole Hardman, 38 yards. And the Chiefs add on to their lead.
Partner, to me, that touchdown had something that was kind of rooted in that group seeing the future. What I mean by that is they had a plan. Let's find a way to score right here before the half. And now to give us momentum going into the second half. Give us that cushion that we're looking for. They got that accomplished, scoring right before the half ended.
Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
By the Ravens. They'll take over 1st and 10.
And final 12 seconds of the half now as they've got it 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. Devin Duvernay, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Going deep here for Watkins. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own
Pretty much everything went their way offensively in the first half, but now an interception on the opening drive of the third quarter.
As we know, the key to everything here, don't get careless with the football. The problem is you've got to stay aggressive as well. So where's the line between being aggressive and attacking and being overly aggressive? I think they just crossed it on that one.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll go again with Dobbins. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
The ball carrier.
From the 32 now. Here's 1st and 10.
And 8-yard pickup.
A shotgun snap and a give to Dobbins. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up second down. A third quarter action from Kansas City, 2nd down and 10. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10.
No gain on the play.
On third down, Jackson.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game. And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep 2 eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting 2 hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends, who you would think could absorb that contact.
Jackson's pass.
And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 15-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. And that'll be caught. Touchdown, Ravens. It's Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Marquise Brown. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Patrick Queen gets him for a loss of 10 yards from his linebacker spot.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Here a throw taken in by Watkins. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
And Mahomes misfires again, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you could hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
This is caught, and he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Jackson's going to try the sneak, and they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. We're back now in KC. It's the Ravens with possession of the football. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Touchdown.
Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown of the night. And the Ravens are an extra point away from tying the football game. And an important one that is, as we are tied now early in this fourth quarter.
28-all. Justin Tucker.
So right back to square one, tied at 28 as he kicks it away. Now this will make it into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this fourth quarter to try to grab that lead back. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target, but it's going to be second down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on second and 10. Now a toss left side. It's Williams. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
I just love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. He's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers. They're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Brings up second and 7.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. They go play action. Now Mahomes completes it to Hardman. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, if you're a fan of offensive football, this game is for you because this one's been much more like a tennis match than a football game. Back and forth, and there's another example right there of another big play in the passing game.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for first and 10. On the toss, here's Williams. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Tavon Young in on the tackle. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again second and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
And he will not get what he needed as he stopped short of the first down at around the 22. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Flushed out right. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on fourth. is a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long.
You know the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
It's a gain of
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd. Now Mahomes on the bootleg. And that is incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here.
a 30-yard attempt.
Butker's kick here is good. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. All right, so time to reset here. It's a huge kick there, gives them the lead, but they've got to be careful that their celebrations aren't a little too premature.
You're exactly right about that, because there still is time for the other guys to run a few plays and get into field goal position. So this defense is going to need to come up with one final stop if they're going to get out of here with a victory.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. They'll look to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth. Play action. It's Jackson. He's going to let it fly. It's caught inside the 25. And this will set them up nicely deep down in KC territory. From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Now this will make it into the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses them about 4 yards.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have time here, partner, for just one final heave.
And I have to look at it from the defense's perspective here. We know what they're going to do on offense. The Hail Mary, try and get guys down there and throw it in the end zone, tip it around and catch it. You've got to have guys back there to defend that, but also you can't allow the quarterback as much time as he wants to set up and throw it. Maybe you bring a little extra pressure to make sure he gets rid of it quicker.
A little bit of a cat and mouse game. We'll see if they bring that pressure. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair. Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say good night from Kansas City.